Like everything, school supplies have gotten more expensive. How great! How you can help the kids of Colorado as they head back to school. And let's take a culinary trip to Hong Kong. Chef Angel is back with her next installment of Passport to Pastries. Yum! And they opened less than a month ago, and they're already the talk of the town. That's all I'm hearing about. Restaurant Mother Other is here. Colorado and Company starts when? Right now.
Portions of Colorado and Company contain paid content.
Good friends, gonna get you through the day. Good friends.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Coco. We're so glad you're here with us. So I want to start off with a discussion about comfort and how important it is, especially when it comes to your dental health, because we can be very uncomfortable, more than just wanting a bright smile. So many of us struggle to even feel comfortable eating or talking. My friend, her back molars don't even meet. So that's why we have the prosthodontist, even more important, Dr. Nate Chertok from Restorative Dentistry Group here, along with patient Dean and Joanne Weaver. Hello, hello. Good to see you guys. So, Doc, I'm glad we're talking about Joanne's story today, because there are a lot of people watching right now, a lot of viewers, that think nothing can be done for them, either because of the pre-existing condition or something else. So what do you say to those people who are like, I'm a lost cause?
There are so many different reasons as to why people think that they are, they can't come into the dentist, can't see, a dental professional. My specialty as a prosthodontist is we see the complex, we see the difficult, we see the cases that other people don't necessarily want to take care of or can't take care of, and they end up in our chair, and we end up having to take care of those situations and figure out how to resolve those problems. And it's anything from either a medical situation or previous experiences, or potentially even like the dentistry itself is complex.
Yeah.
And so we can usually piece it all together and find a solution that will work and get creative with different options.
So you get the challenging cases.
I do.
Good for you. Good for you. Because some people feel like I'm at the end of my rope here. You know what I mean?
We see that every day.
I'm sure you do. And you've got a calming voice, so that helps. All right, Joanne, your first dentist retired. Oy, that's so annoying. And then your second dentist said what to you?
I went in and she said, I've never seen a case like yours before.
Oh, great.
Except in dental school. And I'm terrified. I can't see you, I can't help you, I can't do anything. So she's the one that referred me to Dr. Shirt.
She told you I'm terrified?
Yes.
Wow, that's a wonderful source of confidence.
Yes.
Okay, what was the plan now for Joanne's case then?
So her prosthetics that she came in with were very worn down, broken down. They had been adjusted, and there was a lot of wear potentially that kind of collapsed her bite with her dentures. So basically, she wasn't hitting where she should be hitting with her teeth.
And that could be painful.
It could be painful, uncomfortable, and beyond just having the prosthetics that don't fit right and are causing sores or issues in the mouth, affecting speech, eating, chewing, functioning.
And even your confidence, you know what I mean?
Everything. Now you add the joint into the mix of it all, and it really makes it very difficult for you to potentially resolve the problems. And what we did is we just broke it down into smaller pieces and figured out how to reestablish the bite, figure out where the joint needs to be, and then from there we built it up to where, position the teeth into the right position, make sure we get the fit right, and then we end up with a beautiful functional smile. Yeah.
Oh, look at her! Cutie, cutie, cutie. That's amazing.
Yeah.
So little pieces all at once add up to that, which is beautiful. Not all cases are like Joanne. What makes Restorative Dentistry Group just like a good choice for patients out there in general?
So as a specialist in restorative dentistry, really we focus on everything from veneers, crowns, implants, dentures, partials, the combination of using different options together or separate. And so what we do is we spent an extra 3 years to learn how to specialize in this area specifically, so that we can get really creative with different ways to resolve these problems and find solutions for patients that are out of the ordinary, not the run-of-the-mill. Nothing's cookie cutter with us. There's always a new creative approach or a new type of prosthetic or technology that we're using to try and combine different things to really resolve and get to a solution that works for patients.
Wow, top of the top when you're learning more things. I just want to ask you personally, how do you feel?
I feel great. I feel like Dr. Chertok got me my life back. I can eat, I can smile, I'm not uncomfortable talking anymore.
Right.
And yeah, he truly has given me my life back.
Wow. And you look beautiful. You look confident. You know what I mean?
I do. I feel it.
You should. And your teeth look fantastic. I got to go to Dr. Turtok. Okay. You also helped with dentures. How do they feel now that you have them?
They're
Oh,
perfect.
Dean, I'm so sorry. What did you got help with dentures? Tell me what you feel like now.
I've been wearing dentures for over 25 years.
Okay.
And this is my second set. I've had them for probably 8 years. And the top one split right down the middle. So the great doctor
Right?
figured out the best way to fix it. Less than an hour, they were fixed back
than an
in.
hour?
And they actually feel better now than they did when they were original.
Unbelievable. Now tell me, how does this make you feel just personally having that work for you now?
I'm not afraid. I know I can go to him, and anything that I ever need done, it'll be done right.
Unbelievable. You guys, can you both smile? Yeah, that's amazing. Okay, so what makes you stand out? Obviously, it's the hard, challenging cases, but is there a motive when you start with a patient? Is there something to make them comfortable? Talk to me.
So I mean, just like now, I mean, I really try and be as you know, down to earth and comfortable, and meet the patient with where they're at.
Yeah.
Everyone comes in with their own history of what brought them to where they're at now, whether it's trauma in the dental chair.
There's so much fear.
There's a lot of fear that's
Right?
built into it, and you can't dismiss that. You have to figure out what's going on.
Yeah.
There's times where patients want to talk about it, there's times where they don't, and you just have to figure out kind of gauge the patient and figure out where they're at, and then meet them at their level.
Unbelievable.
And then once we do that, we approach the treatment, after that, once we get a human-to-human communication, and they see that what I'm looking for is their best interest at heart, and that's what we're trying to resolve is get to the bottom and the source of the problem, and then find a solution for it.
Unbelievable.
So it goes down to basics of just human communication.
You're kind of a therapist slash
Yeah.
prosthodontist, aren't you? You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like bartenders, they do both. Amazing. Yeah. So excited to see you again. Call Restorative Dentistry Group right now. And the first 25 callers will receive 10% off their treatment and a free, yes, I said free, consultation. Restorative Dentistry has 6 convenient locations to serve you. Restorative Dentistry Group uses the latest smile technologies and has a prosthodontist on staff. Call right now, 720-792-7916, or go online. It's at denversmileagain.com. Love that website. They sponsored today's segment. Thank y'all. Thank you so much. Well, beat the heat with a good binge-worthy show later. Producer Colleen chats with Vanessa Lachey about the latest summer hits on Netflix. Okay, so Colorado is like having a gigantic backyard to play in, and that's why the July issue of my favorite magazine, I will say it over and over again, Denver Life magazine is a must-get. It is packed with ideas for your backyard and beyond. Joining me is executive editor, the indomitable Lacey Morris, who I love, and the fantastic Todd Hills, owner of Wide Open Saloon. Howdy.
How you doing, ma'am?
I'm doing well, sir. I have a terrible accent. I'm so sorry. Okay, Lacey, Denver Life's magazine's issue, the new one, is all about entertaining in your backyard. I want to know what made you want to choose that for the summer.
Well, it's the summer. It's all about entertaining in your backyard and gathering with people that you love. And lucky for us, we have the ultimate gathering place right down the road.
Not very far, just 30 minutes from
right.
downtown.
Just walk your way to the saloon.
walk your way.
Unbelievable. All right, Todd, I'm going to you now. Wide Open Saloon has been a local favorite for years, but I wanted to know there's a new Riot Barbecue partnership. Why has that been such a great fit? And tell us all about it.
So we joined up with Riot Barbecue. We had a pop-up at the stock show this year.
Smart.
And Manny and Patrick came and provided the food service there. And it just was just huge success,
Yeah.
huge success.
People love it.
Yeah, they just absolutely loved it. And more importantly, Manny and Patrick and myself and our team just really gelled together.
Yeah, they're good people.
And, shortly after the stock show, we sat down and I said, hey, how would you like to have the kitchen operations at Wide Open Saloon? Because we really believe that your product aligns with our product.
Beautiful.
And it's just been a great relationship.
That's so nice. That's so nice also opening up to different kind of people and partnering. That's
Absolutely.
fantastic. Okay,
Absolutely.
Todd, for people who've never been, tell us a little history about the Wide Open Saloon. I can't. I should stop. I'm sorry, Kelly. Well, tell us a little about it.
So this started out to be a passion project. And I looked for probably 10 years for a location that just fit everything that we wanted. We wanted to be close to Denver so that you could jump in your car or get on your bike or get in your collector car and come on down to Wide Open Saloon. It's 30 minutes from downtown Denver, and I needed a specific place that had amazing views.
Yeah.
And then when you came out, you kind of felt like you were on a little mini vacation.
Yes, that's what you want.
So, you know, this building started out as the Johnson's Corner back in the 70s.
Wow.
And then, you know, from there it became diners and became bars. And when I got it, I mean, it was a mess. It took me almost 2 years to
Is that right?
to redo it and put it together to where it's at today.
Wow.
And we have rooftop bars. We've got the Sedalia room, all 5 different atmospheres.
Oh, wow.
So, I
can
mean,
choose one.
You can choose.
Choose
If
your own adventure
if you
here.
want live music and you want to dance and you want to have a great time, you can go to our music hall. If you want to just chill out and have a nice conversation, you can go up on a rooftop that stares at the mountains.
Oh, wow.
I mean, it's a very unique location.
Amazing.
And it's turned into, you know, one of, I believe, Colorado's finest destinations.
Good for you. Spent 10 years looking. You found a great spot. Okay, you've created more than a restaurant. It's really become a gathering place. Why do you think Wide Open Saloon has become a favorite for so long?
I just think it has, you know, we kind of call it the Irish pub because it's multi-generational.
Yeah.
And with the complete different atmospheres, we have something for everybody. And it's really become a community center.
Yeah, that's great.
It really is.
That's great. You have a good community there. Lacey, why did Wide Open Saloon stand out to you and you wanted to feature them in this issue?
Well, because Wide Open Saloon is an institution. It's the ultimate gathering place. I've spent many a days there myself.
Have you? Do you dance?
We dance, sure.
I tried line dancing.
But what better place to feature in an issue that's all about gathering and good drinks, good food, good community.
Good views.
Yeah, and the views are amazing, and there's always something going on at Wide Open Saloon. We have a summer concert series that Frank Azar sponsors. We've got Buck Cherry coming. We've got Uncle Cracker. We just signed Uncle Cracker. We got Double Wide. So there's, you know, get on the website. There's almost a big show every weekend, and it's outdoors in our amphitheater that we bought with our
Great vibes.
that we built with our new skybox system. I mean, there's no other place in Denver or in this entire state for that matter.
Todd, very clever, very clever. And Lacey, this is a great issue. I can't wait. And the pictures, guys, are phenomenal. Get ideas, think about what's going to go on. Get the backyard issue of Denver Life magazine. Make the most of your summer, from delicious bites to the best overnights. Oh, and it rhymed. Did you hear that? Thanks. Subscribe at denverlifemagazine.com, or you can pick it up at King Soopers, Safeway, Barnes & Noble, or Tattered Cover. If you want it right now, get your digital copy at zinio.com. Thank you both. Howdy, sir. One more time. Well, it's back to school bash for the kids of Colorado. Still ahead, how a small donation can make a big difference.
The following interview involves commercial content. The products and services featured appear as paid advertising.
All right, as families start thinking about heading back to school, like many of you, there's already enough things on your kids' mind, like meeting a new teacher, making new friends, figuring out a new schedule, worrying about whether they have the supplies they need to learn should not be one of them. And that's why Vectra Bank is once again teaming up with our favorite Mile High United Way for the 2026 Back to School Bash. Is it a bash?
It is a
okay,
bash.
it's a total bash. Okay. Joining us today is Heather White, Director of Community Banking at Vectra Bank, and of course, one of our favorites, Chelsea Carver, Deputy CEO at Mile High United Way. Deputy, do you get like a star?
Get a badge.
You get a badge, like a sheriff. That's really cool. So Chelsea, as I said, kids have so much on their mind and their plate going back to school. How does receiving something like a backpack filled with supplies, simple, make such a difference for a student?
I mean, if you think about what you just said, you know, they're meeting a new teacher, they're walking into a new space, that's a lot on a child's mind.
Yeah, it was very anxiety provoking.
So much anxiety. And if you add to that, maybe they didn't get a whole lot of food this morning or any of those other things that might come along with someone who also needs help with school supplies.
Yeah.
Taking one more piece of that stress off of their minds makes such a huge difference. And that's one of the things that I love so much about Back to School Bash and our partnership with Vectra, is that it really looks at what are your school supplies you need, but also can we help you out with something else? Is it food? Is it anything
Oh,
else?
wow.
And just make sure that that whole child is taken care of and ready to go back to school.
You look at the whole situation. I gotta say, I always say this, affordability right now is crazy. So this is gonna be a huge help. People with food insecurity, or they just can't spend the extra money.
It's about $200 a backpack these days.
Wait, I'm sorry?
$200.
Okay, that is out of control.
Yeah, once you put in
All the stuff.
pencils and everything, it's about
And the
$200.
backpack.
And I was gonna say, in the backpack itself. And you always have to get the best one, right? So Heather, Vector Bank is a really proud sponsor of Mile High United Way. Their Back to School Bash. It supports local families, important part of your mission. Why is that so important to Vector Bank?
Well, families are all about community, right? And they make up our communities. And we look at ourselves as a local community bank. We have been for decades. And so if we can take care of families, we're taking care of community. And that's really what it's all about.
Yeah, when I always say when moms thrive, or everybody thrives. Sometimes, you know what I mean?
It's so true.
It's so true. Okay, Chelsea, what kind of supplies are you looking for? What is needed most this year? Have you seen a trend?
We're seeing a lot. So, I mean, first and foremost, the backpack itself is a big ticket item.
Huge.
It's a bit, I think my kids looked at them and they're at least $30.
Yeah, right.
So when you're thinking again about a family that might already be struggling with rent or food or whatever that might be, this is a big thing.
Big purchase, especially if you have 2 or more kids.
Exactly,
Yeah.
especially once you have more than one child. So, I mean, honestly, backpacks, once you get into middle and high school, you need those special graphing calculators.
Oh God, I hated those.
They're
Right?
so expensive.
They're really expensive,
And
yeah.
my sister is actually a high school teacher, and she would tell you tissues and the bleach wipes that they need continually throughout the year, always needed all the time.
And it's always running out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, keep that germ free, especially with what's going on now. All right, I'm gonna ask both of you this question. As a kid, what was your favorite school supply? Mine was the Trapper Keeper with the Velcro, you know what I mean? What was your favorite?
Well, I really liked the smelly pens.
Yes!
Like grape and cherry.
Yes, the cherry, the lemon.
Yes.
Oh my God,
Those are my
I
favorite.
inhaled a lot of those. What about you, Chelsea?
I love so much when you open a fresh crayon box and everything is so sharp.
Totally.
That's like the best.
And then you're like, burnt sienna. It's like your
You're
favorite.
like, I'm never going to use that
Yeah,
one.
yeah. The white was so hard to
Yeah.
use. Yeah, totally. Okay, let's say one of my viewers actually wants to help. What's the easiest way to donate?
So you can do one of two things. I believe you guys are going to have a QR code and a link up here, so definitely do that. But you can also always go to unitedwaydenver.org and navigate that way, and that would be fabulous. Anything on our wish list, we are in desperate need of.
That's amazing and very important. We are going to help out too here because it's so important to us here at 9 News as well. What does it mean for you personally, Heather, to be able to be part of this group and partnership?
Well, I'm on the board of United Way, and so I firsthand get to see them at work every single day. They're just a phenomenal group, and so for us, Vectra, me, it's really impactful.
Yeah.
I volunteer on August 1st, which is the day that the kids will come with the families, and to see the kids so excited, they do love the backpacks. It's just wonderful to take that away from
Yeah.
the families of worrying, having to worry about that.
Take something off their plate. Just help out a little, and a lot. Let me ask you, do you have any firsthand accounts that really struck you as amazing when you see the kids?
Oh, yes. Although it might make me cry.
I was going to say, you're about to cry, aren't you?
know.
Yes, I got you to cry. No, I'm just kidding.
You might.
I'm going to cry
So
too.
there was a mom with 2 little girls, and they were looking at these backpacks. And you could clearly tell that one of the little girls had keyed in on this pink unicorn backpack.
Cute.
And she was sort of quietly coming over and nudging her mom towards this pink unicorn. And she looked at me and she goes, "Would it be okay if I could have the pink unicorn, or is it too much?" And that
Too much.
I know, that moment, I want for every baby to pick every backpack that they've ever wanted.
Yeah.
And that just, to this day gets me when I think about a child not having what I want for my own.
Yeah.
Nope, let's make sure all the babies have everything they need.
No, I'm crying about the
Sorry.
pink unicorn. I also just think her response was so automatic of, is it too much? Because it must be hard for her all the time. And to have that given to her, what a gift. Core memory there.
Yeah.
Why'd you make me cry? I got mascara
You
on.
asked for it.
I know. So join the Mile High United Way Back to School Bash and help the kids in our community All you have to do, and I know you all are givers on my viewers, I know that, scan the QR code on the screen or go to 9news.com/supply. You can also find information on services from Mile High United Way online at unitedwaydenver.org. And this is even easier. Pick up your phone, dial 211. That's it, and you will be connected, and you can just ask for help. It's like they're fairy godmothers and fathers over here. Thank you again to Vectra Bank for sponsoring this, and to you, Chelsea, for always being fantastic. We love United Way here. All right, when Colorado and Company returns, everyone and their mother is talking about it, and we're getting a taste. Mother Other is in the Coco kitchen. Can't wait. Welcome back. You know a restaurant is doing something right when people cannot stop talking about it, and it hasn't even been a month. I even sent it over to my friend Sam Shocker over at 9 News to try. They came on 9 News. It's called Mother Other, and it's killing it, but not just because of the food, which is amazing, because of the feeling you get when you walk through the door, as we call the vibes. That's what the young people are calling it. So joining us today is Chef Alexi Mandolini and Beverage Director Taylor Herbert. What's up, all? Y'all? Hi. Taylor, everyone, and I mean everyone, seems to be talking about Mother Other. And like we said, you haven't been open for more than a month. Are y'all surprised by the response?
We've been busy, and we have, I think we a little overwhelmed with gratitude, for sure.
With gratitude. That's a nice way of saying that. Overwhelmed with gratitude.
Yes.
What a tactful way of saying that. Chef, some people hear vegan restaurants, and we all know, okay, it's only for the vegans. What do you say to someone who's never tried it or tried plant-based eating before at all?
Sure, that's a great question. I'll say the same thing I say to my Midwestern parents is it's just food. You know, we try and lead with approachable vegan food. So you'll see pasta on the menu, you'll see loaded potatoes, pierogi.
Oh, things you're used to.
Exactly.
Unbelievable. Where in the Midwest?
Illinois.
Illinois. Nice. You don't really have the accent.
I lost it.
Oh, man. You need that back. All right, Chef, let's taste some food. I wanted this. What did you bring for us today?
Alrighty, we brought our signature pierogi. So this is a potato and chive pierogi with some ruby kraut, stewed apples, sour cream, and caramelized onions.
If you guys have had latkes before, it feels like that.
It is, yeah, similar accoutrements.
Yes.
Moving on to our loaded Japanese sweet potato. This one is whipped with miso and black garlic, a little house-made chili oil, some truffled taro chips, and tempura fried onion.
Oh, nice crunch.
Yes.
Nice crunch.
And moving on to dessert, we've got a hefty piece of carrot cake with some beautiful carrot chips on top.
I do like a carrot cake. I really do. And that's what on top?
Carrot chips, and this dish is gluten-free. So.
Oh my God, I like how accommodating you guys are. All right, I think we have, sorry, I just have to take one. So this is the pierogi?
Yes, our potato and chive pierogi.
Oh my God, how do you make the sour cream dairy-free?
With coconut. Cheers.
Oh my God, oh that's so good.
Thank you.
And you can't tell the difference in the sour cream at all. I'm gonna take that over here. This is gonna be my lunch. Okay, Taylor, I wanna talk about something you guys do. It's called radical hospitality. What does that mean?
Yeah, I mean, I think our approach to, Lex and I have been in this industry for our entire adult lives, and I think it's kind of twofold. It's important to us to kind of take care of the people who are showing up to work with us every day and help us live out our dream. We're starting off with like 4-day work weeks, which we think is study after study shows that really helps people with their mental health.
Yeah. Europeans are on it.
Yeah. And so people, our goal is to get as many people full-time on a 4-day work week as we can, and so they show up energized and ready to like greet the people who come in to see us. And then
genuinely.
Yeah. And then as people come through the door, I think that there can be this pretentiousness that kind of comes with vegan food sometimes.
I feel that, yeah.
And we really want to like try to like get people to not feel that way.
So normalize it, yeah?
Yeah, or like, so they come in the door and it can be a special occasion spot. We've had people come in to celebrate birthdays, anniversaries with us, or you want to come in after the gym too. Like, we don't want anybody to have to dress up, or if you do want to dress up, that's amazing too. So we want you to come in with us and celebrate special occasions or just an ordinary day, you know?
Amazing. Yeah. I just like how creative and outside the box you guys are doing too. Because I think sometimes vegan, you think of like the same thing over and over again, but you guys are thinking so outside the box. Tempura, what is this, onions?
Fried sweet onions,
Good Lord. Okay, Chef, we're in a city with so many incredible restaurants.
Yes.
Why do you think you guys are resonating so strongly? And it's only been like a month.
You know what? I think we've been very fortunate at the farmers markets with our first concept of Easy
smart.
Vegan.
Yeah.
but those folks have been eating our food off of paper plates, sometimes in 100-degree weather. So I think everybody's just excited to sit down in the AC, enjoy our food on a beautiful plate, and we're so excited by that.
We're showing some video here of your food, which looks absolutely delicious. Exciting to be in a brick and mortar place after all that.
Oh, very much so.
Oh my God, so exciting. Oh, Taylor, the name itself is intriguing. I wanted to know, what does Mother Other, why? What does it stand for?
So fair. Well, Lex and I both learned hospitality from the women in our lives. Lex's mother is an amazing cook, so is mine. And I think that women in professional kitchen spaces still don't have the representation that is deserved.
Agreed.
So we really value matriarchal leadership, and as well as kind of celebrating the otherness of vegan food and just kind of bringing it home. And yeah,
it's a nice rhyme too.
Yeah,
but you're right, the mother is such a maternal matriarch. My mom was the rock of the house. She like ruled it, so that's a lovely way of combining that. Do we need reservations? Can we just walk right in?
Great question. You can walk right in. Reservations will help get you in, but we have been taking a lot of walk-ins the last weekend.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. Is it big or small?
We have about 55 seats.
Oh, nice.
We also have about 16 on the patio.
Oh, patio?
Yeah.
With this food?
Yeah.
Heaven.
And we have a ton of free parking. A big
Yes.
parking lot.
Everybody likes
a
that.
large parking lot, and it's free. So yeah.
I'm very parking anxious. So
Yeah.
thank you for saying that.
Right in the Denver Design District. Yeah.
Oh, that's delicious. Okay, guys, you can check out Mother Other on South Broadway. For any more information or to make reservations, go to motherother.com. You can also find them, of course, on Instagram at Mother Other Denver. Can I keep the pierogies? Thank you. Keeping the pierogies. Amazing job, you guys. Well, jazz up your Tuesday a little bit in about 2 minutes. My chat with the Colorado Jazz Repertory Orchestra. Stay tuned for that. And she's one of the hosts of the hit show Love is Blind, as well as The Ultimatum. Later, Vanessa Lachey fills us in on the latest season. My ultimatum for you, stay with us for Coco to hear what she has to say. That's a good joke. That's a good All right, I'm snapping for a good reason. Everybody snap at home. Yeah, everybody, come on now. Executive Director and the founder of the Colorado Jazz Repertory Orchestra, Art Boughton. Am I saying that right? Thank you very much.
I don't snap for free. I'm
that
a
should be a
professional
bumper
musician.
sticker. That
does
should be
not snap for free.
Does not snap for free. That's hysterical. Along with musician Alejandro Castaño.
Castaño,
I was going to Castaño. Yeah, I have to get the accent right.
Got it. Nice.
They are here to jazz up the show a little bit. I'm so excited to talk to you guys. Art, tell us more about the Colorado Jazz Repertory Orchestra.
First of all, you get points for saying the name correctly.
Repertory is hard for people.
We really go by CJRO because it's just easier to negotiate. Okay. But we formed the group 15 years ago.
Oh, wow.
To play the best American music, jazz, with the finest professional musicians around, such as Alejandro. We went from performing 4 concerts a year 15 years ago to now. Last year we did over 42 concerts.
Oh my word.
Not just, we do once a month at Dazzle.
Love Dazzle.
On the 4th Sunday of every month. And it can be anywhere from the big band or to a small group. I think next month it's just a trio with our artistic director, Drew Zaremba, vocalist Marion Powers, and tenor saxophonist Jared Cathy.
Beautiful.
So that's the mission statement,
and
to play the best jazz.
Yeah, we're seeing some of you guys up here. I always wanted to play jazz sax, but I was terrible. I was so terrible. Okay.
You just went to Long Island.
I know. My mother's like, Florida, terrible. Okay, what can someone expect? They walk in, they're attending the concert, and let's say they're the first time, never have before. What are the vibes like?
First of all, the vibe is connection.
Oh,
the
nice.
music swings, the music grooves. This is not a situation where we're here to be better than the audience or say what we're doing is so hip you just won't understand.
Yeah, like pretentious, right?
No,
right.
We're there at the pleasure of the audience.
Aww.
And that's a great feeling to make that connection, to play. And also they'll see the musicians connecting with each other.
Oh, nice.
We're laughing, we're smiling, we're taking the music dead serious.
Right.
But we're having a great time.
That's really good to feel that
right.
energy.
And Alejandro is driving the bus from the drum chair.
Set. I was going to ask you next about this. Alejandro Castaños, thank you so much. How did you get involved with the Colorado Jazz Repertoire? CJRO. CJRO. How did you get involved?
Well, a few years ago, I was just recommended to join and to play in the various groups. So I was able to play a concert. Something that's great about the CJRO is that there's so many different types of bands. Sometimes it's the big band, sometimes it's a small group, sometimes we do Latin jazz. So I've been able to play in kind of various groups over the years, and it's been fantastic.
Jazz drumming. What a cool guy.
Yeah.
What a cool thing.
Well, what's funny is I first encountered Alejandro in the Latin Jazz Ensemble.
Oh, wow, really?
And he played that music so well. When you were booked on a big band date, like the next month, what are you doing here? You're obviously a Latin jazz musician. And he was swinging like crazy.
You can do both. That's unbelievable.
He can do it all.
And when a musician stands out, they stand out. You can be like, that guy, Alejandro, come here. Okay, not to me, I meant to the, okay. As the drummer, you might have the best seat in the house, obviously.
That's right.
What's it like to be on stage bringing these epic performances to all the audiences? What does it feel like inside of you?
Oh, I mean, it's incredible, especially the big band. We're talking 17-piece orchestra.
Word.
And so there's one drummer, and I get to,
It's
play.
you.
Yeah, it's me.
It's
yeah.
you.
So it's so fun to get to play with that group. That's a lot of responsibility.
A lot.
But also just such a blast. I love the big band format.
Yeah.
It's so big, and I get to fill up a lot of space and support the great orchestra.
There's a sense of volume when it's a big band for everyone to feel.
Right.
Art, you have something very exciting coming up. Who is coming to town? Is it Santa?
That will be later.
That will be a little bit later. Got it.
But on July 18th at the Arvada Center Amphitheater, we're working with vocalist Veronica Swift. And she's just a tremendous talent, just a force of nature. She's been on the scene for a dozen or so years. In fact, you played with her years ago at the Telluride All-Stars when she was, 14?
Oh my gosh, really?
we first played together in 2009 at the Telluride Jazz Festival.
Everybody do the math. Now we know how old
Yeah.
14. That's incredible. And she has a cool look about her, too. Kind of like a Twiggy look. Unbelievable. Okay, Art, would you recommend coming to see this concert specifically? Who should come? Families? Dates?
All living humans.
Okay,
should
good,
come.
good.
Because the music, like I said before, the music grooves and the music connects.
Yeah.
One thing we've done with the CJRO on many occasions is always have a vocalist, because there's that extra connection with the lyrics there.
Agreed.
So sure, anybody can come to this. It's really great. And the thing about Veronica Swift, too, is she crosses all these genres. She can sing jazz, she can sing rock, she can improvise, she can sing opera.
Oh, my God.
And we'll be doing all that during the concert.
Unbelievable. A nice genre mix.
Totally.
If I had one wish, it would be, I want to be able to sing. It's not good. It's not good.
Can you sing? I would love to be able to sing.
Yeah, it's. I'm gonna wait until the next concert.
We're all gonna sing together in harmony.
Quick, let's all sing.
Yeah, let's all. Okay, Alejandro, Art, thank you so much for being here.
Sure.
This sounds like an amazing time. You can see Veronica Swift with the Colorado Jazz Repertoire Orchestra this Saturday. Tickets are still available. It's at coloradojazz.org. I'm going to snap you guys out. Great job. You did really well, right? I'm so bad with rhythm. All right. A refreshing dessert that is made with fresh summer ingredients after the break. Learn how to make mango sago. It's perfect for the heat wave that's coming up this week. Welcome back to Colorado and Company. Chef Angel Figueroa from Three Cherries on Top and Tempered Chocolates and Confections is back with her next installment of Passport to Pastries. And today, she is taking us all the way to Hong Kong. Check this out. Chef, where are we going to in our new...
China.
China! Very exciting.
Very Hong Kong, to be
Kong
more
specific.
Yes.
Okay. What are we making today? What's popular?
We're making mango sago.
Mango sago.
Yes.
Okay. How does one do this?
Okay, so you're gonna need tapioca. This is cooked already, and you see that it's kind of translucent.
Yeah.
It looks like this because you want the tapioca pearls.
Okay.
This is what you want to buy.
Oh, that looks very pretty. Okay, so do you then cook it?
You cook it, and then you put it in a big bowl.
Okay.
And then you start adding all your other ingredients,
Okay.
which is condensed milk.
Do I add?
Yep. Start mixing. This is a great dessert for summer.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because it's nice and fresh and like juicy. And then look, I'm gonna add this very interesting thing,
Yeah, what is
which
that?
is coconut jelly.
Whoa, I've never heard of
Yes,
that.
and they come in like these little squares, and
What?
you want to add all of it. You can find this at any Asian store.
Okay, which is always so good. You can find such good stuff.
See? Now you're stirring. Yeah, this is great.
Am I supposed to stir?
Yep,
Okay.
stir.
Maybe I shouldn't have. And then what is this?
This is coconut milk.
So a lot of coconut. That's good for summer.
Coconut milk. And then if you want to keep it, lactose free, you can just add the coconut milk and maybe sweeten it with some agave.
Okay. That makes
And
sense,
you'll
'cause I'm
get,
lactose, you know what I mean?
I know, that's
the
what I'm
condensed
telling
milk.
you.
Very,
Yeah.
I'm like, stay
So
away
just
from the condensed milk.
And then we're gonna stir some evaporated milk.
Okay. So a lot of milk.
Yes.
Okay.
Some recipes call for you to do some mango puree, and it will
nice.
turn into a nice yellow color.
Oh, lovely.
And then if you make it if you want it more fresh, you can add some crushed ice.
Oh, nice. So it's nice and cold.
Yep.
So talk to me about, this is the next step, mangoes.
Next
Talk to me
step,
about, like,
yes.
Cutting mangoes.
So cutting
'Cause
mangoes.
It can be a little difficult for people. It's like
Yes.
a butternut squash situation.
Yeah, and I think I usually just like peel it, with
The
hand
peeler.
raise, but I feel like there is other techniques that you can do that are fun too.
Okay.
I'm gonna handle the knife, okay?
We all know that's a good idea. We all know.
And look, I have this stainless steel cup,
Okay.
which is my camping cup.
Oh, cute.
And it's perfect
Oh,
to
no
do
way.
this. Look, hang on.
Oh my God, that's
And then
so
you just
clever.
pull down.
Can you do this with like avocado too?
I guess you could, yeah.
That is
and
so
look,
clever.
so
That is
cool.
clever.
And then look, you have your piece of mango.
And then you chop.
Nice, and then you chop. So you want to add these things over there.
Okay, this is
your
the mango, guys, which,
Yeah.
can I be honest, is one of my favorite fruits.
Oh, it's so delicious.
And I put it with some tahini or chili sometimes, like the dried ones. Okay. Oh, I didn't do anything.
Here.
Okay. She's
Oh, you can
use actual.
And I assume you can do any fruit too.
Yeah, that's
right?
a good point.
If you just
If you like
I
pineapple,
wouldn't
y'all, right?
Oh
Something
yeah,
summery,
that will be
something summery.
delicious.
Okay, so
Even like crunch coconuts.
Yum. Now, is this one mango?
One mango.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay, so this dessert you said in Chinese, it's, hang on, Mangwo Shimilu.
Mangwa shimilu.
Mangwo Shimilu.
Mangwa shimilu.
So how I know this, because my kids, they go to Denver Language School. They go to an immersion, language immersion program, and they're learning Chinese. Their great-great-great-granddad was from China.
No way.
Yes, so now we're getting all that culture back with them speaking Chinese. So
And how old
they
are
told me
they?
that 11.
So they're much smarter than me at 11. Alrighty. Sounds good. So I mix?
Yes.
Okay, I mix.
And look how that, and imagine this with crushed ice.
Okay, so nice and cold.
Nice and cold,
Okay.
delicious.
This
And
is
then
so
you
good.
just pour in this little glass, tapioca. In
So this is how we
mango.
serve it, in a
Yeah.
glass. Okay, this is amazing. Okay.
And then you just, look, you have a...
How pretty is that?
Right?
Okay, I'm gonna
And then
try
we
this.
can add some more mango on top.
Okay, whoops.
Extra.
Don't break glass.
I'm glad I was handling the knife.
You don't want to see me chop. It's just a bad idea. Oh, that's nice and fresh. You
Yes.
see this? Really colorful, which is lovely. So is this a very popular dessert in Hong Kong?
I guess. So I was, doing my little research,
Yeah.
and this came up, and I was like, oh, this is so perfect for summer.
Yeah,
and,
right.
And I made it, and my kids were like, this
They
is
loved
so
it.
delicious.
And it's quite
yes.
good for you, yeah?
Yeah, I mean, it's just mango and milk. And
Yeah,
fruit.
very good.
Look.
Cheers. And then
Cheers.
you drink it, or do you with a spoon?
With a spoon.
Okay.
I will go with a spoon.
Go with a spoon. Okay,
Yeah.
yummy. This is delicious. Thank you so much.
Of course.
And I think you should mango to Hong Kong to try it. Thank you. Thank you so much. Cheers.
Cheers.
Yum.
You can see what creations Angel makes by following her on Instagram. Her handle is @3cherriesontop. You can also actually place an order at 3cherriesontop.com or go visit her at Temper Chocolates and Confections in Denver. She's lovely. Enjoy. Well, now that we have a refreshing and tasty dessert, it's time to find your next binge-worthy show. Suggestions from Vanessa Lachey. That's coming up next. I did not know that. All right, this summer is shaping up to be binge-worthy. Netflix has the whole family covered. Producer Colleen checked in with Vanessa Lachey. She's the host of Love is Blind and The Ultimatum for a full rundown. Take a look.
Hi, Vanessa. How are you?
I'm good, Colleen. Thank you. How you doing?
Good. Happy summer. I have to start with season 4 of The Ultimatum. What in the world are we going to see this time around?
It's so funny because when I knew I was talking with you, I was like, Denver, one of those. Love is Blind season 8 was Denver, right? Everyone was calling it Menver. Season 4 of The Ultimatum is, honestly, it has something for everyone. It's not just one way of doing The Ultimatum, and what I love about that is I feel like couples all across, whoever are watching it, will find something that they find familiar, and they can kind of see the outcome of that. Like if they decide to be this certain type, they can see from a third-person perspective how that might play out positively or negatively. But you know, the goal is love in the end. The goal is them seeing if the grass is greener, learning about themselves, and some people do and some people don't. They really realize what they have right in front of them, and then they treat it differently. It's precious. And so, so I love being a part of it because obviously I love the happy endings, but it doesn't always end that way. But that doesn't mean it's not for the right reasons. If they don't end up together on The Ultimatum, there is a reason they didn't end up together, and I think that that is the best reason and best case scenario, so you'll just have to watch and see.
Just like anything, timing is everything, right?
Absolutely. Timing is everything, and also how much you want to put into it. You know, relationships are work, but they shouldn't be hard work, and it shouldn't be anything that compromises what you believe in and who you are. So I think that it's a balance.
Yes. Well, speaking of relationships, my boyfriend and I are gearing up for a road trip. He's going to be doing most of the driving, so help me. What am I downloading from Netflix to keep me entertained?
Okay, first of all, I want you to have a conversation with your boyfriend. Like, make sure that he's cool with you just sitting there on your device, because
fair enough.
Some couples like to watch together. The beauty about Netflix is you can not only download a movie or an episode, you can download a whole season. Because you know you're going to have spotty Wi-Fi. It's not always going to be when you're traveling on a road trip, you're not always going to be in the best Wi-Fi areas. So to have it downloaded and have it ready for you, I think is such a treat, whether you're flying or you're on a road trip or you're in the middle of nowhere. That's something that a lot of people don't know about. And the subtitles. If he is blaring music and you do have headphones on still, subtitles is a great way to make sure you're getting everything out of the show or movie you're watching. So first I would just talk to him and be like, listen, you're gonna rock out or whatever you're gonna do. I'm gonna watch a show and just balance it, you know, and then take a break and chat with him.
Yes, I will have that conversation with him. But for the parents out there, I'm sure right now they're hearing, I'm bored. What's this about the Kids app and what awesome things do you have next to you?
Yeah, well, Netflix Playground is a really great outlet for kids because there's no ads interrupting and there's no in-app purchases. I think that's the most frustrating thing as a parent is you get them this app and then they get to play this game and they're constantly having to get ads. Then you have to buy the no ad thing and then they're constantly having to upgrade, and so you're constantly putting your credit card in. This is a great way for them to play these games with their favorite characters that they're familiar with, whether it's Peppa Pig or Sesame Street or Gabby's Dollhouse. They're familiar with who that person is, so then they get to see them in this game. But overall, Netflix has amazing parental controls. They have a way that you can set up a profile for your child. They can pick the little avatar they want, and you navigate what they're gonna be watching and what they're not gonna be watching. So while you are driving, if you are going across country in these long road trips or even flights, you know that they're safe, that they're not. You know, I used to let my kids do certain apps and I'd look over and I'm like, how did you get there? And they're like, I don't know, it was an ad and then I clicked it. I don't have to worry about that with Netflix, which I'm really grateful for, because sometimes you do, you know, if you're driving, you can't be keeping up with them. And if you're flying, you just want a break. You know, it's like, listen, we've played so many card games at this moment. I'm losing pieces down in the chair. So let's take a minute. I'm gonna watch a movie. You're gonna watch your show or play with your interactive game. And because you can download everything, it's amazing they can have it whether there's no Wi-Fi or not.
I love it. Well, it's going to be a binge-worthy summer thanks to Netflix. So
Absolutely, a little something for everyone. Thank you so much. Have a good road trip.
I want you to check out my binge-worthy show, Love on the Spectrum. It's amazing. Now, to plan your binge-worthy summer, just head to Netflix.com. Thanks so much for your company, Colorado. Portions of today's program were sponsored by the businesses listed on your screen. And beat the heat. Stay in this week and watch a new show. Tomorrow on Colorado & Company, we talk to Anya Taylor-Joy about our new show, Lucky. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. We'll see you next time. Mwah! And bye!